Okay, yeah.
What am I missing? Oh, it's all here. Oh, boy.
Yeah, everything's right here.
Dang, boys. See? Cher leaves and runs off with Greg Allman, and I just lose all track of everything. Okay?
Well, I'm no angel. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, I'm glad you came back. Okay? Greg Allman ain't got all this.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Brother, what the heck? Yeah, I said, man, I felt like this, but it's all here.
I know. We've only done 2 this month.
I know.
This will be, the second one.
We got that one fan that always asks. I said, please, brother, what the heck?
I was like, yeah, get a life. Yeah. Or actually, you know what? Just watch the old show like 3 times, and we might actually break 100.
Oh, yeah.
That's...
Like our buddy Guy that always, his claim to fame is he's watched every episode. It's like something to, it's like bragging about being shark bit like 100 times or something.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm not missing nothing now.
Yeah, we're a little off frame, but that's okay.
That's the Halloween version.
Yeah,
this will be like Halloweenish.
A little too much headroom, but that's okay. Maybe I'll zoom it in and fix it in post.
I'm dressed up like a homeless person.
You and me both.
Well, that's what we're doing. That's what we're dressing up for Halloween. Right, that's good material. Let's say.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Daddy Work You Wrestle. You hear the claps. You know what time it is. George, how was your weekend?
Boy, I saw that. I thought I had another hand. Well, this is a true story. I just thought about this. But listen to me, and I think I've told you about it. It's in. I should have used this for the end, but it's in for this book. We actually, and it's kind of along your lines. It was a magician, not a comedian. We actually didn't have a referee one time, so me and Stallion grabbed a magician. He was a kind of underneath magician, and he wanted a referee, so we threw him in the ring. It's a true story. James Drake, you listen to this. It's a true story. When first time he went down to count 3, he had a long sleeve referee shirt on. This is gospel, boy. First time he went down to count 3, listen to me, a bouquet of flowers came out. That is a true story. But what was
somebody tried to get himself over.
What was more spookier is he just shoved it back in and raised the guy's hand. I'll never forget that, boy. But anyway. Welcome to our great
Wasn't the same guy that goes, I got the rule book right here, and the flames coming? Wasn't that guy?
No. Remember that? Oh, that was after that goof promoter said, George, you having a referee slam you is kind of comical, and we're trying to be a serious promotion
And they
here.
put that guy with you. I got the rule book right here, and flames coming off.
Burned his eyelids and everything.
You looked thrilled, by the way. If you didn't know, I've seen that footage. You looked thrilled.
Bullet. I hated that, because right after that.
Really couldn't tell. It couldn't come across on camera. Now, I know it was filmed in SD and not HD, but I can pick it up.
Bullet, but what made me so mad about that, Bullet, is I'd always been doing that little spot, where I'll let, babyface slam me, and then I'll stagger into the ref, and the ref slams me better than the wrestler does, and then the ref.
It's true. I almost ran in for a body slam because Caleb was taking a body slam. I'm like, well, maybe I'll go in and take a body slam. Then I saw how they body slammed Caleb. I'm like, no, I'm staying right here. Right here.
What's funny is the ref laid me down real nice and easy and everything, but it got a heck of a reaction. I mean, who cares about
about a crowd reaction? Who cares to make a crowd happy? Nobody cares about that.
But what was I thinking? And then I'll never forget. Right after that promoter, I'll never forget this as long as I live. The promoter told me that that I was a joke and that I was making a joke of his promotion. And he said, but to make so people will take you serious. Now, even though I done lost to the Ding Dongs, the Mulkeys, and everybody else in professional wrestling, he's going to make me serious all of a sudden. Okay. So he gave me the magician guy, and I'll never forget that, Bullet. And he did this thing, folks. A big flame came out, and not a real big, just a cheap flame, and it
looked like there was a fan inside, and there was just orange tissue paper flapping.
Oh boy!
That's what it looked like.
Oh, like my little grandbaby's reading books when you teach them to read, and you open it, and the thing's just doing this.
Pop-up book.
Yes. But anyway, folks, thank you for that. Just remembrance, our history, Bullet. I was very, very disgusted with that. But anyway. Thank you, folks, for tuning in. It's been it's kind of like our Walking Dead hiatus. We just haven't been here. But anyway, the cliffhanger.
Yeah, we haven't been here just like Walking Dead hasn't been good for years.
You got that right. Boy, listen to me. We actually threw a cliffhanger the last time the cliffhanger in our last episode was if we were going to come back or not.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, I don't know. I had a lot of miles to travel, so I might not have come back.
Thank you so much for coming back. I just noticed.
Glad to be back.
But look, you always beat me. We're matching, folks.
So you got the Adidas pants.
Yeah, look. But you got I
got 3.
You're a corporal.
Well,
you're a corporal.
I have actual Adidas. You have generic. That's the difference. Adidas has the 3 stripes. You have generic.
I always try to get one up on you. That's right. I don't even have the little.
You get the generics. Yeah. Because Adidas has to have the 3 stripes.
Oh, Bullet. So
You just one. You just one
Dang
short
it!
shy.
You outstriped, you outlined me again, Bullet. Anyway, these, so I can make everybody mad at me. This company signed me.
Okay.
It says sign a Nike. This company right here signed me to endorse their brand.
Fritas.
Yeah.
Fritas. That means his pants are free,
Which-
and they look like Adidas pants. Fritas.
It's Fritas. These are Fritas, which started out to be a tortilla chip company, but they went belly up.
Yeah.
And they just didn't want to change.
They were making
the F.
sweatpants and Doritos,
Yeah,
and
and
just
the same
never.
building. And then they didn't want to have to buy.
It's like in West Virginia where they have those video rental stores and tanning salons, all in the same place.
Yes.
Don't know how they
Brother,
work out, but they
listen,
still exist.
But that's a true story. You can get a piece of bacon. You know what I'm saying? You get a bacon and egg sandwich and tan at the same place. Bullet.
West Virginia.
That's unbelievable. But anyway, I know we got a show to do, Bullet, but I just noticed.
I think we're doing it.
The best material ain't even part of the material. But anyway, Bullet, so glad to have you back. Such a great, crazy week. I know we are finishing out our October, of course. We got all dressed up as homeless people here for this episode because it's right around Halloweenish, getting ready to kick off November. Bullet, Thanksgiving. Cannot believe Christmas is just. Nobody's really protesting yet about the Christmas thing. I'm sure they
year.
will, but
Every
anyway, we're just glad to be here. Bullet,
Happy
thank you so
holidays.
much.
You just kick them off. Kick us off the heat.
We got to be the first one.
Yeah. No, we're not even waiting for the bell to ring. We're just going to jump and say Happy Holidays.
I love you.
And
man.
just start beating them up.
Oh, well, Merry Christmas, everybody, folks. The letters, just send them to James Drake.
And Happy
He
Holidays.
answers all of our mail. Happy holidays, everything. Okay? But anyway, so much going on. There is a little bit of wrestling going on.
Believe it or not.
Oh, boy, I'm telling you, good week. Of course, AML. Boy, this ain't idiot of the bag yet because I can't really.
Idiot of the bag or idiot of the week?
But this was bad. But he's not even.
There's plenty of idiots in that bag.
See, when I go to watch what we call AML Future Stars, which I don't know if I can really throw them. They're not qualified yet to be idiots because they're trying. They're out there. You're taking a look at them. You see what I'm saying?
There's a difference between an idiot and someone who's learning.
Yeah, oh, yes.
There's a big difference.
Yes. But this guy's teeter-tottering. Bullet, first time I've ever seen it.
When you've been handed some knowledge and you have yet to turn it into wisdom, you may be an idiot.
Bullet, now this may be...
I know that just sounded like a Jeff Foxworthy joke.
I love that, Bullet.
As far as we go.
But listen, Bullet, this was very weird to me, and it ain't. You can't go no further with it. Everybody's coming up with gimmicks and stuff. Now, the point is, people are watching you. Nobody knows who you are yet. Okay, that's the point I'm trying to take. And I only think like people like James Drake or my Cam Newton would do something like this. But this guy went to the ring. I've got Stan Lane, Caleb Conley to vouch for this. This guy, well, he wasn't there Sunday, so we can't vouch for it. But this guy actually went to the ring in a dark match with a styrofoam coffee cup.
Okay.
You understand? Now listen to me, Bullet.
He's trying to throw coffee in the good
Well,
aisle?
no.
Okay.
He's trying to do like the Steve Regal-ish, Bobby Eaton-ish, London-ish thing, I think.
Okay.
But listen to me.
Basically, plastics.
Well, and he's drinking latte, whatever.
latte.
Yeah, the expensive coffee.
Okay.
Not this like Circle K stuff. He's drinking, but the cup says that real expensive coffee on it. Whatever it's called.
All the basic women drink.
Well, yeah, exactly.
There you go.
But here's the thing, Bull. I can understand trying to get heat like you're better proper than us.
Uh-huh.
But brother ain't got one other thing on Londonish. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Brother's got
I didn't realize coffee cups are so Londonish.
Well, you know what I'm trying to say? He in his first comment to the fan.
He just sounds basic.
Oh God, Bullet! But the first thing he told the fan was, "Why are you yelling at me? Because this cup of latte coffee costs more than your car." Okay, and then the old redneck said, "No, it didn't, because I just got a cup of it, and it was $2.49." You see what I'm saying, Bullet? So,
yeah,
all
even
I'm saying,
rednecks drink Starbucks. It's not elitist.
See, that's the thing. Well, exactly. He had a Starbucks cup. Okay, I'm telling you, but it had nothing to do with. It's like me holding a Starbucks cup. Did you just pick it up on the way to the rings? But he didn't use it.
He's picking up some trash. He's throwing there a trash can. There we got a trash can.
And it just didn't. What are you going to do if? In other words, I don't think that got him many points.
No.
Is what I'm saying, Bullet, because you can't use it as a foreign object because you can't hit nobody with it because it'll.
Just pay for the
boy.
actual tea kettle. Don't be cheap like our Cam Newton.
Yes.
Go cheap on all his gimmicks.
That's exactly
You gotta
right.
spend a little bit of money.
Boy.
On looking fancy, you know what I'm saying?
If you-
Don't go the cheap route. Go the full route. Which he finally listened to that. Which was no longer an idiot. He took that wisdom, turned it to knowledge, got a good ring
That's
jacket.
exactly
now.
right. That's exactly right.
You know, like hopefully this guy's like, okay, I'm gonna get myself a tea kettle or
And
like a
even if he
teapot.
would have had Starbucks.
Yeah, screw the Starbucks. Get the nice little tea, little china piece, and come out and drink that. But he's like, no, that costs too much money.
Look what's laying on the ground. The styrofoam.
You can't go cheap on it.
No,
you can't go cheap. Listen, you know how many tents I've broken this past week? One, actually. I went cheap on the tent, all right? Like,
well, see, Bullet, so that was just kind of eerie-ish to me because it wasn't like I can't even explain it. He wasn't in, and the only reason I said London-ish is because, they sip tea and they
I drink tea.
Well, they make coffee over there a delicacy. Does that make sense? In other words, maybe not. Maybe they don't. But anyway, it just didn't go, is what I'm saying.
I know Portland's your town, but is Birmingham also your town too? Like,
yeah. But listen,
I didn't realize you've been to Manchester.
You can't wear a
Are you Man City or are you Man United? You tell me.
You can't wear a black singlet with a Starbucks styrofoam cup and expects to get heat.
And expect to think that people think you wave the Union Jack.
No, exactly. You see what I'm saying, Bullet? So I don't even know. I think he picked it up on the way to the ring. But anyway, that ain't even got nothing to do with nothing. He doesn't even qualify yet to be an idiot. But anyway, but we had a great.
He hasn't taken that wisdom, turned it to knowledge.
But listen to me. One of the you have to see it when it comes if they release this. It was brutality at its best. Okay, our Stan Lane, Caleb Conley against PCO. Did I get that right?
Yeah, you are.
Bullet. Oh my gosh.
Didn't you do jobs for him?
Yes. Listen to me.
I'm pretty sure you jobbed him.
But Bullet, very ironically, he beat the crap out of me before he was tough to beat the crap out of everybody. But here's the funny thing, Bullet. We are together in the dressing room.
You're like, I was jobbing to Frankenstein before he was Frankenstein.
Yes, but listen to this. This is the coolest moment of my career. This is a true story. I think I told Stan like this. So we all get together, AML, and I enjoy doing it. We all have just a little simple pre-prayer, and I ask the Lord to watch over everybody. It was funny.
You don't believe in the Lord.
No. But PCO come over and thank me for the prayer. Frankenstein, okay?
He's already been to the other side and come back.
I know. But what's so funny is, the whole time he's saying it, I'm thinking, did he mean that towards our Caleb, our Stan Lane? Does he mean he appreciate the prayer to keep us safe? But anyway, I just thought that was cool. We kind of bonded for a minute in kind of a old schoolish kind of way. But then I found out that he don't want to be remembered for any of that. Mm-hmm. He made that perfectly clear to a few of the boys in the dressing room that he don't want to be remembered from any of that pre stuff. Okay? As the flip side of me is, I want to be remembered for everything. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Bullet,
be impressed slam by Stan Houston.
Oh, Bullet.
Be remembered.
Listen, Bullet, I've been riding the ding dongs for like 27 years.
You've been riding Robinson the Mulkeys as gladiator number 2.
Oh, Bullet, listen, I've been riding that, and I'm gonna keep riding it. But anyway,
that main event run you had is Cruel Connection against Jimmy Valiant and Lasertron.
Boy, you don't even need me. You can play both parts of this. You know what I'm saying? Like a cheap Claude Van Damme movie. You know, when he plays the good guy and the bad guy.
Double Impact?
Oh, yes. Oh, very good. And they never really show, it's him playing both parts, but they want you to think it's 2 parts. But anyway, so much stuff going on, Bullet. This week, I'm very, very excited. I'll be going back up. I think Caleb Collins is going to be with me again, but no PCO. We're going to go
No campgrounds to get stuck in?
No campgrounds. I did, and I don't know if he believes me right yet, but I did share our famous story with C.W. Anderson this past Saturday, and I think he's still peeing so hard from laughing about when we did. I don't know what came to me about the voodoo exorcist at Double Troubles. Remember when the voodoo guy came?
Oh, yeah.
And spilled spirit.
We get rid of the evil spirits on this ring. I'm like, don't do that. You're going to scare off Road Warrior.
And then I think what really got CW is when I told him about the guy. All this happened while the guy passed out in the ice cream truck. He had a heat stroke. He remember the guy? He was in the ice cream camper.
Ice cream trailer.
And
he passed out because of heat stroke. Listen, if he's passing out, everybody should be
Yes. But anyway.
He should be the coolest person there.
I know a lot of the boys thought that I made that with some of my best material that I made up, but it did happen. Bullet. So you're proof of that. So anyway, a lot going on. I know you just returned, Bullet. Lord.
Whoa.
All over.
All over. Past, I'd say probably past 2 weeks. Did Chicago, Des Moines, Newport, Tennessee, then hung out in Louisville for a day, then Jeffersonville, Indiana. Came back to high spots. The 2 days that I was actually home here, I spent that editing PWG Blu-ray, then took off for the road for Florida for 2 days. I was at a horror convention for 2 days. Near Riot broke out.
Oh, wow.
They didn't, you know those little pops things?
Yeah.
They were supposed to show up and they didn't show up, and they started having riots with those little dolls. Very wrestling-ish. Like they took orders for like 600 of them.
Wow.
Only 200 of them arrived, and they knew it was going to be that way. And they didn't give no refunds. They didn't tell nobody. And there was all kinds of riots. It was a scene there for a a while.
So pre-Cabbage Patch dollish.
Oh yes, very much like
Patch.
that. So I was there for 2 days. Then I did Gainesville Fest Wrestling on the way back, and I did basically 7 matches in 10 days. Went through a tent on 6 out of those 7, and I don't have a tent anymore, so I got to go buy one. And you can't go too cheap on tents. Go back to my original thing. You can't go too cheap on your gimmicks. So I've got to get another little tent that I can go through again, because that was a good working tent. I squeezed every little bit of life out of that tent.
I love that. So. And not to be confused with the actual tents that some of these names have to be inside a gymnasium when they're doing a meet and greet, but they don't want you to meet and greet them.
You know what I should do? I should stop bringing a table. I should just have a tent and have all my merch inside the tent.
I love that.
And just sit it there, and that's where all my merch is. Just like when our Ooga Booga guy put the blanket down and asked me to sell his merch, because it's so hard to find a table.
I know.
That's what they do. Like, people are like, "Oh, go get a table. Let's go through a table." I'm like, "I want to go through a tent." I got that rolled up in my bag right now.
But this just came to me too, and we're dealing with this, and it's so comical to hear this. But we Sunday, the show that we did Sunday for AML was in an old school gymnasium, and they had a few tables for us or whatever, but it's those long gimmick tables you can't bend, you can't put them in your car, and what's so funny is after the event,
you try.
Oh my gosh,
you try.
And it's a lot of work. I just said leave it here. It ain't worth stealing. I mean, I'm working a sweat. But anyway, one of the people from the building is actually missing some tables. Seriously, and they have approached us about, do we know what happened to like 10 tables? But I started laughing because I can't get wrestlers to put up their tables, much less could you break that down and put it in your car?
Yeah.
So I know we didn't.
Can you steal this table?
Yes, I know. That's too much work. You see, and it ain't those that bend in half like Walmart. It's them old National Guard Armory ones that break your fingers. So anyway, I said, man, I tell you right now, without talking to you any further, we professional wrestlers did not take your tables.
It's a lot of work.
If you knew what was going into that, it's just easier to still want it the next time. But anyway, this week for you, real quick, Bullet.
I have a show tonight, so obviously when this comes out, would have had a show, but that's okay because I have another show tomorrow, the day that this does come out. So yeah, I've got 2 comedy shows, and then I'm nowhere this weekend, but I do have to do research on all my podcasts. I have to record basically a month's worth of podcasts for one podcast, and then I have to record another month for another podcast.
Wow.
So I've got an entire month of podcasting I have to get done in the next 3 or 4 days. And then I hit the road for Northeast Wrestling next week for that. So busy.
Now I remember the promotion that I'm working for this weekend. It took me a while. I just keep letting you throw lines out there and I get it. But NEW, of course, me and Kev Conley will be appearing there in Rhonda, North Carolina.
Help me, Rhonda.
Yes. And so it's a good little fundraiser. They got a family that will actually be there that just need a little help, with some bills and stuff and medical bills. So anyway, so we're going to be right there.
Help them, Rhonda. That's what I say. Help me, Rhonda. Help them, Rhonda.
Very Ricky Morton, all this is for the kids. Mine. But anyway, so, Bull, if you don't mind, Idiot of the Week, Bull, listen to me. I don't mean for James Drake to come out and Cable Conley come over here and actually not bow down to me, but give me the award, maybe a patch, as the greatest heel of all time. Okay? And I don't mean, I'm too old to even do what the Barry Horowitz Bullet. Okay?
You're not pliable enough to do the
Let me tell you this, Bullet. Let me tell you. And this, I'm going to talk quick. But listen to me.
There's no need for that. Don't start talking quick. You haven't done that in a long time.
Let me tell you what happened this past week. Okay, so a guy, and Facebook's a big work because they all laugh at us because anybody can write you now, message you.
Yeah,
it don't matter if you're friends, don't matter if you blocked them or whatever. Anyway, so a guy, now get this, a guy that I've never met, okay? I may be a jerk, I may be this, whatever. But the guy, they always write me, and they always use the Christian thing, which basically means nothing, okay? So the guy, first thing he said was he was a Christian. Okay, we got that out of the way. Okay. Boy, listen to me. Then he calls me, the second line, I saved it. He calls me a Jack ASS. Okay? He calls me a donkey, but the underneath donkey. Okay?
Okay.
And he calls me 2 lines. He's a Christian, but I'm a donkey. Underneath donkey. Okay? Boy, now listen to me. Then he proceeds to tell me that if I was a Christian, okay, that I wouldn't call people idiots. I wouldn't call people, nowhere in the Bible. I'm going to tell you, Bullet, because I've read it once or twice. Calling you a goof is not going to keep me out of heaven. I'm just telling you that right now. Okay? So let's just get that out of the way. But anyway.
I'm pretty sure before Jesus started flipping over merch tables at the temple.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he yelled, he said, get out of my way, goof. I'm pretty sure he called somebody a goof before he started flipping over tables.
Yes. I'm sure before Jesus, he probably said, Devon, goof, get the table. Mm-hmm. Okay? But
I'm sure when he was walking over to Zechariah, who was in the tree, he's like, get out of the way, goof. I got to go talk to this guy in the tree.
That's exactly right. And I'm sure that when he told Adam and Eve, don't touch this fruit, and they touched the fruit, he probably called them a goof. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because they destroyed humanity. But anyway, getting back to this guy.
And then when Noah was like, 2 of every animal?
Oh, yeah.
2 of every animal? He goes, yes, goof, that's what I said.
Yeah. I can see Noah on that boat saying, Goose, if you don't want to drown, you better get in this boat. Mm-hmm. That's all. But I'm sure they call Noah a goof because here's a man building a boat. He's like setting up a ring when they're not even a show. Yeah. Okay, it's never rained. There's not even a show. Noah's setting a ring up, and everybody's laughing at him till that raindrop hit him in the head. But anyway, real quick, boy. So the first line, this guy's a Christian. I don't know him. I never met him. I don't even know who he is. The second line, he calls me the underneath donkey. Okay, and then he proceeds to tell me that Christians don't do what I'm doing. Okay, you don't call him idiot. He didn't say nothing about adultery. He didn't say nothing about stealing. None of that. Okay, so
voting against your self-interest, all those things.
But listen to this. Now, this is where the old-fashioned, the ability that I haven't leaked out to y'all yet, but I will one day. Bullet, okay? Right. So I got, my rebuttal is not to this idiot, but to the whole world about how he's an idiot. I even put his name up on Facebook and all this kind of stuff. But now listen to me, Bullet. So, of course, I blocked the idiot, okay? Let me tell you what he does. Brother creates, now listen to this, Stanley. This is when I, forget Hogan, turn it NWO-ish. This is when I taught Hogan how to be a heel. This is Ted DiBiase kicking Rod Van Dam's basketball away. Okay?
This is Ted DiBiase buying out the couple who are in the honeymoon suite.
Oh, yes.
And Virgil throwing their bags out in the hallway.
This is, Stan Lane, this is Ted DiBiase throwing Virgil out of the swimming pool on a hot sunny day. Now this is what kind of heat I'm talking about. But listen, so this guy, for me to affect a man's life, a grown man. So I blocked him. He creates a whole other Facebook page with a different name.
He's got to give his information to Mark Zuckerberg all over again.
Yes, what an idiot.
Mr. Zuckerberg, if you didn't have enough of my information, here's it all again.
I know.
Here's my social, here's my phone, here's my email address.
So listen to this guy, Bullet. He creates a whole other Facebook page, Stanley, and messaged me again. And you know what he says? What? He said, I didn't say I was a Christian. So now, he went from being a Christian to not being a Christian in like a half day. So now...
You got that effect on people.
Listen to me. So now, brother is not a Christian.
You are doing the opposite of the Lord's work. You are pushing people away from the flock.
Yes.
You're not pulling people in.
But
you're not a shepherd to your brother.
No.
You're the shepherd that's pointing these lambs off a cliff.
This shepherd doesn't shut the fence door, Jack. But listen, boy. So I'm not making this up, folks. So he proceeds in this second message to tell me that he's not a Christian, but the whole half a page now it's worse than before because at least he said he was a Christian and he may know how Christians are supposed to act. Now he's not even a Christian.
I've seen one a time or two before. I've seen one a time or two.
Now he's not even a Christian, okay? But he's telling a Christian how a Christian's supposed to act, okay? So I blocked him. Okay, so both of them, okay, and his last reply was, I can keep creating Facebook pages. This is what makes me the greatest heel in the world. His last message to me, he said, you can keep blocking me, but I can keep creating Facebook pages just to write you.
And God bless America
Oh,
for that.
well, listen to me. But listen, for a man, personally, I'd have just said, George is an idiot, and I can't win this thing. So anyway, but for me, here's a guy that's probably going, his wife's going to divorce him because he's on the computer all the time. Stan Lane,
keep making Facebook accounts.
Oh yeah, he's going to lose his job.
That's the thing too. His wife's going to see all these different Facebook accounts. Well, why do you have 2 Facebook accounts? And he goes, "Well,
I know.
I'm making fun of this guy for not being a Christian. She's not going to believe that. Thinks he's messing around with her. He's going to lose his wife. Then he's going to have all kinds of time to keep creating as many Facebook pages as possible."
Stan Lane, listen to this. And in the middle of the night, he's going to be messaging me, but he's got to go pee, so he's going to leave the computer on while he goes pees. Here comes his kids. Oh my gosh, and he don't have the porn gimmick thing on, the safety thing. So his kids come in and they get hooked on porn.
His wife thinks he's messing around. Yes. His life starts falling apart.
He lost his job.
Then you know what? He's going to need to turn to Jesus and become Christian again. That's going to come back around. It all comes back around.
See? Bolt, listen to me. I'm telling you. So this man's alive.
Maybe we don't need to put him in the idiot bag. Life's going to get him. Life's going to get him.
I think he's got enough trouble. Well, listen. So, for me, little old redneck in Charlotte, North Carolina, that's just trying to get the bribery in over there to train. But listen to me. For him to be that affected, it's a gift that I receive. Mm-hmm. Okay, but listen to me. When my ex-wife said she's leaving, I didn't message her this much. You know what I'm saying? I packed her bag. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway,
should have taught me that.
I changed my name so she wouldn't find me. She found me. But anyway, Bullet. So, buddy, listen to me. It is just much easier, simple, on your life, not mine, on your life to just ignore me. Okay? Now you got to pay for the kids.
Which is what I do every time we do the show.
Now you got to pay.
I'm just trying to get my jokes in all the time. I just forget you're
now
here.
You got to pay for your kids. They're in therapy right now. Okay, trying to get them unhooked.
Your wife thinks you're messing around now. She's going to take half. Then maybe she's going to take 75% because you're messing around.
All because now this is the point, and I'm going to shut up. All because he couldn't just scroll down. Do you see what I'm saying, Sam?
Go to the next person.
All brother had to do, because we ain't friends on Facebook, so all he had to do was just scroll down. Yeah. That's all he had to do. He's going to lose everything.
He can scroll down to a nice cat video and he would have been happy with his life.
So, but listen, that one, it tore my heart. That's beautiful. There's one of a little puppy, and he's got a cloth piece of pizza. It's cloth, but it's a toy for him. And have you seen that, Stan Lane? And the gimmick is he's a little puppy, but the owner's trying to just take it. But you talking about very future-ish, like bite your arm off-ish. It's what this little puppy is. And it's so cute because they're trying to take the pizza away. Brother ain't letting you take that pizza. I'm telling you right now, to be so little, very...
there's evil in that dog.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of evil in that dog. So anyway...
which
I should send it to my viewers.
Which I love how you're like, that's the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Is this beautiful thing turning evil eventually.
The little puppy's head spun around about 3 times. I don't know what that meant. Green stuff come out. But anyway, so here's what we'll do, Bullet. I don't know his name because he's got like 8 of them.
Yeah. Okay? You have to create a different one every time.
Yes. So I'm just going to throw him, this gentleman, in the idiot bag. But, which you gave me a good point, we're going to remove him because brother's got enough trouble.
You got enough trouble? Wait, we'll just put the Dallas Cowboys back in. Let's put it back. We'll just put the Dallas Cowboys in.
Oh, yeah, well, here, please. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Let's just go ahead and put Monty Cooper in. We don't know how that's going to work out. We'll just put him in there.
Oh, my gosh. Boy, please. You can't just get... don't get me started. We'll save that for another time. But, yeah, when you got... In our utility belt... It's just Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
When we need them.
When we need to put something in the bag, we'll just say something about what the Dallas Cowboys do.
Yes. We'll so we throw him in, okay? But we'll remove him because he's got enough troubles.
Exactly.
Wait till those bills come in for the rehab for the kids. You see what I'm saying? The next thing they're going to be making movies. You see what I'm saying? And all that. So he's got a lot of trouble on him. So, Bullet, only in America can you do that. So, but listen to me, buddy. What would have been much easier to realize how whacked out I am anyway, and save you a lot of trouble and a lot of aggravation and a lot of money in the long run when Mama walks out, is if you'd have just purchased
The second greatest book of all
Yes.
time, which is available at highspots.com, where you can make as many accounts as you want and purchase the second greatest book of
I
all
love
time.
that, boy.
But anyways, if you want to know more about what I got going on this weekend, which is probably a little next to nothing, make sure you follow me on Twitter at ManScoutManning or on Instagram at ManScoutManning. This has been another edition of Daddy Don't Work You.
Oh, good show. Oh, boy, that's exactly right. So he can order it under as many names
Yeah, he can keep making
as he
accounts.
wants.
Exactly.
Yo, boy.
If that's what he wants to do with his life,
Oh.
he can make as many accounts on
That's
highspots.com.
exactly right. Oh, he may be.
And we have
oh.
guest accounts too. He can just make a guest account, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, he does that. Oh, boy. He may turn babyface.
He can put his billing information in as many times as he wants.
But see, you said it right, Bullet. He's just gave Zakavus, whatever his name is, he just gave him all his information all over again. Mm-hmm. Bullet.
You mean Zuckerberg?
Yeah. That's his brother. Bullet, but yeah,